Welcome to today's subway update for Tuesday, January 23rd, 2018. First up, I just quickly wanted to show you this tweet from earlier this morning that I got a little bit of amusement from, but I'll just quickly read it. Let's travel together safely in this wet weather. Walk, don't run on stairs and platform. Stay clear of the platform edges, that includes the yellow lines, and of course use handrails and be careful when boarding, leaving trains, and of course buses. So yeah. And quickly, if anybody was asking me about Long Island Railroad earlier, the incident on the West Hempstead branch, I highly suggest you check at Matt Camper 1994 for that info, because this is just only a subway update. So if anybody wanted me to do anything on the Long Island Railroad, maybe I'll do another video on a Newsday article I read today regarding Patrick Nowakowski. But if I don't find it, I'm sorry. But the subway priority is always going to be mine, of course, because NYCT Transit's my first priority. All right, so let's start off with earlier this morning. Our first issue today, before 6 o'clock, was that northbound E trains were stopping along the M line from West 4th Street, Washington Square to 5th Avenue and 53rd Street because of FDNY activity at the Port Authority. Thankfully, service resumed later on today, but with one minor service change. We'll scroll up and take a look at it. They were resuming northbound AC and E train service on the normal 8th Avenue line to Columbus Circle, of course. The E, however, runs along 53rd Street after 8th Avenue and 50th. I know that, but the A and C go right up the 59th Street Columbus Circle. And then we had a problem with the Q train because of signal problems at 34th Street, Herald Square. And also I want to show you when we look up later that earlier I saw that the M and the R were having problems this morning, but they fixed them. But a lot of signal problems today, that's for sure. And this is what Andy Byford needs to be paying attention to. Let's quickly going up. Thank you, going up. Q later on resumed service. And then this impacted the N line. So before 8 o'clock, some northbound N trains were running along the R line from Atlantic Avenue to 34th Street because of signal problems at Herald Square. Well, again, signal problems were crazy, and I even saw the 7 had signal problems with the express trains. We'll take a look at that as well. Okay. Broadway Junction, yes, so this is a tweet I wanted to read. We'll highlight this point today because a lot of people were confused in Astoria. So this is what I wanted to mainly highlight today, was that the M and the R were having problems at 36th Street, Astoria. This caused a lot of confusion today. Now, from what let's see what information they had. So they didn't even answer this one. Continue going up, continue going up, continue going up. Astoria had problems too. More Astoria problems, I meant to say. Yes. N&W trains at 39th Avenue. Then we had a sick passenger at Queensboro Plaza. And this was during the morning commute because the last express train stopped at 10 o'clock in the morning. And then it's just local service on the 7, of course. Second Avenue subway had a problem. NYPD investigation at 2nd Avenue and 86th Street. So I've seen the Second Avenue problem have its incidents lately. I have noticed it. And then we had another problem with the M train. This is what I saw when I was at work today. Broadway Junction bound M were running along the F line from Roosevelt Avenue to Rockefeller Center because of switch problems at 36th Street, Astoria. So, you thought of the signal problem becoming an issue at 36th Street, Astoria was a minor problem 3 hours before. This caused the M to actually run express. So that meant if you were 21st Street, Queensbridge, or Roosevelt Avenue, or Lexington Avenue, 63rd Street, or 57th and 6th, you might have saw a M train making along those stops. So that might have gotten you a little bit suspicious if you were taking the M, but I would have been thrilled about it because I go to Rockefeller Center and the M literally stops along there. If that happened, I would have not been pissed off. I would have been happy. Express service. And look at this. More problems at Jackson Heights Broadway. Main Street Brown 7 trains are running with delays because of a train with mechanical problems at Jackson Heights Roosevelt Avenue. So, more and more problems for people who use that station. And you have my sympathy if you ever have to go through Jackson Heights Roosevelt Avenue, because I used to go through there all the time when I was working in Flushing, and I had to go to Manhattan sometimes. But that's just, you have my sympathy. You really do. Okay, so normal M and R train service finally resumed. Drum roll please for the time that they officially fixed it. 12 minutes before noon today. And again, I just love going through this. This is what I love doing. I love to just keep exposing the MTA for what they are, and that is not providing reliable on-time service. Don't you see what I am going with here, folks? Andy Byford, if you are watching this video, just keep in mind, when I keep going up, you'll see more and more problems with these switch issues. I don't know how you fixed it in Canada, but... Ugh. Okay, anything else? No M train service between Essex Street and 71st Avenue in both directions because of a rail condition between West 4th Street and 14th Street. And now they were claiming a few minutes later they were running with delays. Okay, nothing really big. The Broadway Lafayette. That was interesting. Broadway Lafayette. I actually know where that is. So it would have been a minor issue. But then, here's the bigger issue. Some southbound F trains were stopping along the A line from West 4th Street to Tate Street Metro Tech because of rail conditions at Broadway Lafayette Street and New York Street. So they had to make the F run on the A line to J Street Metro Tech in Brooklyn. Boy. This is so confusing. They had to send out one tweet an hour ago just to solidify their mistake. As I'm recording this before 4 o'clock, so... yeah. So we got 2 new tweets. Let's pull them up, and then I'll end the video. Okay, so here's the latest update I got on this issue. So this is actually live breaking coverage as I'm recording this video of the issue at uh, West 4th Street, Washington Square. So here's an update. Some southbound F trains are still stopping along the A line. Let me pull it up bigger so you can all see it, because if you're first watching this before 5 o'clock and you're wondering, well, what happened at Broadway Lafayette? Tell us what happened. Well, now you're getting an answer. Okay, so here's the update I can read for you. The update is southbound F trains were stopping along the A from West 4th Street, Washington Square to J Street Metro Tech in Brooklyn because of a rail condition now at York Street. So originally they said that the problem originated at Broadway Lafayette, but now they claim that it was a rail condition at York Street. So, they had to solidify their mistakes. The Long Island Railroad Twitter feed never does that. And a quick update, northbound D trains were running with delays because of signal problems at Bay Parkway. Yeah, that's the Bay Ridge line. I know that. Okay, so that's your update for today. I mean, I can't really go on that much longer because really wouldn't make sense. But I just quickly wanted to show you the chaos from this morning with all these signal problems. And it just comes to show that Andy Byford really has a lot of work cut out for him. And I'm going to keep doing these videos so that way maybe he pays attention to them and actually constantly checks the feed, because that's what he should be doing while he's riding the subways, is checking the feed and noticing where these problems are. So that's where I'm going to end it today. Thank you all for watching.